It'll be 1 to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go!
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Hey, Mark, this is Tony Lumbus, FrontStretch.com. You mentioned working with Eric Almirola this year, and you're in a unique position this week to be racing the same weekend that he is. Have you had a chance to work with him much? Because it sure looks like it. He looked pretty good over there on that side.
Well, that's all Eric and Kevin. It's Kevin, isn't it? We got a nickname for him. It's Two Beer. He's our car chief. He's crew chiefing Eric this weekend. So it's those two, really. To be honest with you, I've talked to Eric some after qualifying, but I didn't talk to him before practice or qualifying or anything. He's just an incredible talent and such a fine young man. And just to give you an example of what kind of commitment he's made, he stood by and watched me run, 3/4 of the races this year, and he's been at almost every race, listening to every conversation, watching every bit of it, and was one of my 2 spotters last weekend. So Eric Almirola, don't you guys ever forget, 10 or 15 years from now, don't you forget that kid's earned, he's earned it, and I'm proud to be working with him.
You mentioned the 48 team, and it seems like that their pattern in the past has been quick start, slow middle, quick finish. Well, maybe they're turning that around this year, but, he won last week. He's on the pole this week. This is a 2-time defending championship team, and everybody's had Kyle Busch has been out there. Or do we need to sort of wake up and say, wait a minute, hang on here? Do you think the 48 team is beginning to rumble a little bit? Oh, man.
What I saw last weekend, because I watched pretty close, and what I've seen today, this weekend, the field should be very frightened. They should be very frightened of what I've seen the last 2 weeks out of that group. And I saw him out there a little while ago. I ran that lap, and Tony Gibson was telling me about how awesome it was and everything. And that's Tony right there. We want to talk about springs and shocks. And so after I ran my lap, Tony was telling me everything, and I said, man, if Jimmy can beat that, he can have it. Well, he not only beat it, he just humiliated me by 2/10. So I was pretty proud of what we accomplished and what we laid down out there. And they just he just demolished it. So those guys are pretty. They're looking pretty potent right now. But don't forget, just as the 48 has risen, there's someone else that's still going to rise before chase time or by chase time. Remember the year that Kurt Busch, his season started the chase race, and some of these other guys, and the 48 has done that in the past, and Tony Stewart hasn't gotten on a roll yet, but he never really got on a roll any of the years. The year that he beat me for the championship in 2002, most people weren't considering him back at Dover. When we left Dover, I was leading the points, and they were talking about, I don't know who they were talking about, the 12 or somebody, and I says, look, Tony Stewart's the one I'm worried about. So Tony Stewart. And there they are. They rolled right up there and rolled right past us, So, those guys, there's plenty of competition yet to come, but they need to beware of the 48. They're showing phenomenal. They were phenomenal last week and phenomenal today.
We'll take our final 2 questions from Mark, first there in the middle and then finish up here at the front. Go ahead.
Hey, Mark Martin, TJ Angle from the Times-News. Obviously, you were looking forward to a good weekend here at Pocono. You got yourself off on the right foot, sitting on front row. And how's sitting on the front row going to help you accomplish what you want more than anything to get that first win here at Pocono?
Well, it's clean air is very, very important. and for us to not stump our toe during the race or get caught in a pit strategy that places us back in the field will be very important. So that's really great. But what's completely critical is happy hour tomorrow. We have to improve the longevity of our car. It's fast. It was fast last time here, but it fell off about 10 laps into a run. It would start to fall off, and we've got to get that car where it stays, for 30 laps instead of for 10. If we get that accomplished without giving up the sheer speed that it has, then we can be a contender and start really being, a serious contender for the race. But we don't have that yet. We have to achieve that during happy hour.
Ken Christensen, Express Times. Mark, the last several years you've been going in with teams, and it seems like when you got there that you were mentoring some people and helping people turn their programs around and doing a magnificent job, I must say. What do you see your role next year?
It will include some mentoring, between with the Hendrick program. Long term, short term, they want to run for a championship in '09, but long term, they want to mentor another young man, either Brad Keselowski or Landon Castle. Which, to be real honest with you, as good as Brad is, I don't know what I can do to help there. But my role will be very similar with just a little delay. It'll have a 1-year delay and then revert back to the same program that I did in '07 and '08. So for me, it's just, as I said before, an incredible honor to work with these young people, but especially incredible to be able to be invited into Hendrick Motorsports. Is at this stage in my career is still phenomenal. I still just can't believe it. There must be some mistake.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you.